All right, dude, what's up? So I'm doing this live just because I can easily do it on my webcam. Wanted to talk about what I think is the biggest issue in the knife community, and it is there's a lot of issues, right? But how many of you guys have tried to score a knife in a drop, like whether it be a Spyderco sprint run, uh, all the time on the Strider page, they make nice little quantities and they sell out in seconds. This is a very common thing, especially right now. One just happened with Giant Mouse, one with Vero Engineering, just to name a few, right? And it's all part of the game, right? Like, I'm not here to complain about missing out on a drop because we all get some, we all lose some, right? What the problem I think is in the knife community is it's full of a bunch of a-holes, like, that are willing to go on there, get drops, and just next thing you know, there's a post on the same freaking Facebook group for $200 more or more than they paid for it. Dude, what happened? I mean, I've been in the knife community a long time, like, I don't know, 6 to 10 years or something like that. I mean, when I say the community, I mean like making YouTube videos, being part of Blade forums, being part of Facebook groups, Instagram. And it's gotten worse and worse every year, man. And it's just crazy to me that people are such, like, they're willing to just do whatever they want to make a buck, right? Like, this is a disposable income. First of all, congrats on having disposable income to buy knives you don't need. Like, you know what I mean? Like, most of us need one knife and then we're good, right? But it just irks me. Like, and I'm a little salty because I did miss out on the Vero drop today. And I literally checked out within 30 seconds and I didn't get it. And it is what it is. Like, there's bots that are an issue with people using bots to buy things like the OZ Machine Company. Is that the Roosevelt? That was under a minute. It's insane, right? And there's a lot of great knives out there that most people can't get their hands on because either production, they just don't have the capability. And OZ Machine is like a one-man shop, right? Vero Engineering is very small. They have like 2 to 3 people working there, and they go through best tech and stuff like that. And that's not on them. Congratulations for having that awesome of a product that people are like lining up and selling out within 2 minutes. So that's fantastic. Great on them. I 100% appreciate that. The issue lies in the people that are using bots and the people that are reselling the knives immediately. Now, I'm not going to tell you I haven't resold a knife for more than I paid for it. I totally have. I've also sold hundreds of knives. I'm not even exaggerating when I say hundreds of knives for way less than I paid for them. And I have a lot of bros that in the knife community that we pass back and forth good deals to one another. I'm not saying it's called capitalism, man. I mean, something's worth what you're willing to pay for it. If a knife sells for $325 and someone's putting it up for $550 and you're, excuse my language, dumb enough to pay that extra money for it, you're not dumb enough. That's kind of harsh. Maybe you're just willing to put that money down, for that extra, just to get that knife. More power to you, right? You do that. But there's so many people out there in the industry, in the community now, that are straight up just resellers and scalpers. Like, that's really what they are. And to me, it kind of ruins the community, man, because it's like, what happened to the days of the bro deals? Like, hey, man, I paid $450 for this Strider. I'm going to pass it on to you for the same cost. Technically, you should sell it for less because you probably used it and stuff, and it's not worth it. But you know what I mean? And I'm just using Strider and these other companies as examples. Yeah, and I just got a comment on the live stream that Depa, he didn't get it. I mean, the Vero Facebook group is going nuts right now. People were pissed. Like, and it's not anything to do with their company. Joseph Vero's a great dude. It's nothing he did wrong. There is some things companies can do. Let's talk about that to help prevent this. So Strider has been doing this for so many years. They make, 50 knives in a batch of that. I mean, way less. Vero actually makes a lot more than it. I mean, this last one got over 200, sold out in less than 2 minutes. There's things you can do to prevent people from cart sniping you. Like, Strider actually implemented this recently on their website, where it will hold in your cart. So if you get it to add to cart and you have a certain amount of time to check out, you'll still get it. Most companies don't do this. Blade HQ doesn't do this. When they do their drops, Spyderco, most dealers don't have this. This is kind of a rare thing. And it's frustrating because you get cart sniped, right? You're going through checkout, your credit card's in your cart, you're checking out, you're putting your credit card information in, and you go to buy it and it says sold out. And you're like, what the F? That was like 2 minutes. You know, it's super frustrating. I'm sure you've all been there. And Glenn, I'm a little salty right now. So take this video for a grain of salt, like that. But my issue is that they could do things like that. Like, I totally applaud Strider for doing that. Whenever they do drops now, if you get it in your cart, you're going to get it. Like, it holds it in your cart. Most retailers don't implement this. And the problem is with those bots and things that people set up to buy these things and just flip them for more money. That's one problem. Those people are one big problem. But it is the United States of America. It is capitalism. And if you want to do that and people are willing to pay for it, then people are willing to pay for it. And that's what the item is valued at, right? It's not, hey, that knife's only worth $300 because that's what the retailer sold it for. No, it's worth $500 to that person that paid $500, right? It's stupid. It's horribly dumb. Like, it shouldn't be that way, but it is. So there's that problem. The second problem is so we already talked about the flippers. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. The flippers are a big problem. The second problem is people willing to pay that much more. Guys, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. That's not my job. I mean, I don't have a job. This is my job. This is my hobby. But I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. That's your prerogative and how you do you, right? But it's crazy to pay an extra $200 for a knife, right? It just really is. Like, how is it worth that much more? It's just crazy to me. Like, these knives, Bestech makes great knives. That's who makes the Vero knives, right? They make great knives. Are they worth $550? Hell freaking no, they're not worth that much. They're not. Like, I'm sorry, they're not. They're good knives. The price he sells them at is honestly a little expensive. So this is a good example. This is a Kansept knife. I hate how this flips it. You gotta like flip it around. It's, titanium. This is just what happens to be what I'm carrying today. S35, made in China by Kansept. This knife is 200 and something bucks, and it's made in big production numbers, and it is a great knife. Would I pay 500? Heck no. No. There's nothing in this that would make it worth that much money. But people are willing to do that. People do it for Strider. I will 100% admit I've overpaid for Strider. I've overpaid for a lot of knife companies, and we need to stop doing that, man. Because if we stop overpaying, then the prices will come down. The flippers that go buy those knives on those drops, they're going to. Yeah. So Bestech is making Vero, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Rusty, I'm going through the comments real quick. E-commerce culture, 100%. 100% it is. But tell me it's not super frustrating when you just want to buy a freaking knife that you like and you think the design's cool and you can't get it. Like, it's like, unless I want to pay an extra $200 for it, that's just, it bugs me. And it didn't used to be like this, like I said, the bro deals were around, man. Like, me and my old buddies talk about it all the time. We pass deals on to each other all the time still. Hey, I want to check out this knife. That wasn't for me, but I'll sell it to you for, a really good deal. Great. That's awesome. It's not a rare knife. Or maybe it is a rare knife. You can't buy it, and that does increase value. I get it. Like sprint runs do, limited run production companies like Vero, like Strider they do increase value. That's, but yeah, good point, Rusty. GEC is a good point too. I run into that all the time when I used to be in traditional knives. Same crap. People buying it to flip it, make a buck. It's like, good on you for doing that, but I can't sleep at night doing that. Like, I have sold knives for more money than I paid for them, for sure. I'm not gonna lie, but I never felt good about it. Like, I just felt, it felt like I shouldn't do that. It just doesn't feel right to me. And to me, it's like it's a problem in our industry. And you're right. Hinderer did have this issue. Another just commented. Hinderer had this issue back in the day too, but he upped his production enough where Hinderers are easy to get, and they're actually usually you can buy them way less than list for, and that's, in my opinion, how it should be. Now, obviously, some companies can't do that, and And I get it. They're doing a great job marketing their product. They're driving demand through the roof. But the problem is the makers don't make any more money on this. So why do they want to do that? Like when you sell your knife on your website for $325, let's say, you make a certain profit because between you and the manufacturer. But when it goes on the secondary market and sells for $550, you don't get any more of that money. That's going to that guy's pocket. So what good is it? I mean, the maker's not making that money. And as a maker, I'd be frustrated by that. If it was my business model, if I'm selling knives and I know they're selling for that much more in the secondary market, I'm probably raising my prices because they're going to sell for that much anyway, right? I mean, it doesn't help the makers at all. It really just hurts the community in general. Like there's no benefit for people doing that to the community. And people don't think about it. People are selfish, and I get it. We all do selfish things. And this is not just the knives. You see this in all kinds of industries, like collecting things, and gun industry totally does this. Like there's so much. I mean, look at ammo prices right now, right? Jeez. But there's certain costs and stuff associated, with things that obviously they're going to go up in price. But anyway, I'm just ranting right now, so I may not be being coherent thoughts right now. But I just think it's a problem in the knife community that we need to stop. Like, if we can do things to stop that, don't buy from scalpers. Don't buy. Like, let me give you an example. This pissed me off. I'm looking at this post right now. So the Vero knife for the Synapse Gen 2 just finished. I guess it's been almost an hour, and there's already guys listing their knives for $200 over cost, just to take advantage of people. Like, what the freaking douchebag move is that, right? Like, really? Look at this. Oh, get it while it's hot. The drop just ended. You missed out. Pay $550 for a knife that I paid $325 for. That to me is just like, bro, I will never do business with that guy because I don't even know who he is, but that I've already seen 3 or 4 posts in the Vero group with exactly like that. Hey, you missed out on the drop? Well, why don't you just give me an extra $200 that, because I got lucky and got in the drop. Like, what? Like, it's just stupid. It irritates me, and I'm just done with it, man. It pisses me off because it's like, what is wrong with people, man? Like, I don't know. The community just didn't used to be like this, and it's gotten worse and worse as time has gone on. And maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe I'm being naive that it always has been like this. I remember getting bro deals all the time. I still get them from time to time, but I'm telling you right now, if I bought a Vero, I bought a Vero Axon in the secondary market. I paid more than I should have, 100% a minute. Not these crazy prices, but I paid more. If I were to sell that knife today, would I sell it for $500? No, I would sell it for probably less than I paid for it because I've used the knife, and just to me, it doesn't sit right. It just doesn't sit right with me, and that's me, that's my personal beliefs. And I'm sure a lot of guys are gonna be like, oh, that's, you're just pissed because you missed out on a drop. No, it's not just me, man. I mean, like 1,500 people in that knife group, less than 200 people got a knife. And a lot of those people are not legit buying that knife to use and to carry. They're legit buying it to flip because they already own 5 other ones. And whatever, that's how you pay for your hobby, bro. More power to you. But I can't do that. I can't sleep at night doing that kind of stuff. That to me is just wrong. It's not ethical in my opinion. But that's my opinion. So take it for what it's worth. But anyway, I want to talk about this, and there's actually a lot of good comments in here, so I'm going to take a minute. This is a totally unplanned live stream, so I appreciate you guys joining. Let's go through the comments. So 80/20, great example. I'd love to own an 80/20, and they sell out in seconds, and I'm not paying $700 that I see on Blade Forums. I saw 3 for sale yesterday on Blade Forums for $700. Demco sells that knife for $425, or around there, depending on the configuration. Where are we paying $300 increase? Really? Like, the biggest money is not enough to buy more. Not enough money to buy more. I love that. That is true. I clicked the Vimeo email, got on buy now, on shop now, gone. Yep. I got sniped out of a Pina Trapper. I've been salty about it for months. It does. It makes you salty, right? It makes you like not want to be part of the community because it's kind of it's an ugly thing in the community that we need to like fix. I don't know how. I don't have the solution. Yes, Strider did do that, and I think that's one of the best things they ever did. And I'm a huge Strider fan, always have been, and their knives are expensive, and I overpaid for some, but I paid table for quite a few. I've gotten bro deals on a few. I've given bro deals to other people. Like, it's just, if we just continue to do that and took care of each other and gave each other bro deals, it would be great. The community would be freaking awesome. I've been okay. I should people address this topic. I do too. Hinder almost solved it. I had a question on why does Medford so much money? They're very ugly, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm not a big Medford fan, so I couldn't tell you. And so someone else said this happened with the Grinsmo Norseman. It doubled and almost tripled. Yeah, it did, and it's because of demand. Like that. The reason why Vero knives are so hard to get because they're really good quality knives. They really are. They're great designs, but they're just not enough out there for the people that want them. And he's trying to up his production. I know that he's trying to up his production schedule. You can only do so much, and it's not their fault. I am not. This is not directed at any maker or any. It's not them. It's us in the community that's doing this shit. It's not them. Sorry, excuse my language. Collectible card games are the same. I think it applies to anything collectible. It's like it's kind of it's weird. It is weird. I would like a bro deal. My body is ready, right, bro? I tell you. PDW Strider went for $739, hit the secondary market at $1,800. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Strider's never been able to keep up with demand. But again, they're selling those knives. They're not making any money on those secondary market knives. It's frustrating. Like it really is. I wish more people would just. It's going to be up to us in the community. It's not the makers. It's not. They can do what they can do. They can only make so many knives. They can only, produce. And the mass-produced knives don't tend to have as much appeal, right? Like if you look at Benchmade or Spyderco minus sprint runs, of course, ZT, whatever your jam is, Concept, We Knives, right? They sell tons of models and they're always available to buy. And it's like a FOMO thing, right? Like, oh, I need this knife because I can go buy that other knife anytime, but that one I can't, so I really need it, and I want to pay an extra $300 for it just because. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. I mean, that it is a thing. It is 100% a thing, and I guarantee you, there's not one knife collector or enthusiast. I don't consider myself a collector. I sell and buy a lot, so I don't keep things a lot. But yeah, like look at the slide. So a good comment on the slide is Bowie, the Schlish Bowie, whatever the heck you say it. That knife was good. They discontinued it. It's now selling for way more than it ever should have. Like I like that. I had one, and I kind of regret selling it. The Pair 3 REC exclusive River's Edge cutlery selling for $500-$600. It's freaking Pair 3, guys. Like let's bring it back a notch. That's a good knife, but not a $600 knife, right? Same with that. The Grinsmos, those are fantastic. They're not $1,800 knives. Yeah, so there's a lot of good knives. The 8020, the Vero Synapse Gen 2, I think would be like the perfect EDC for me, and I can't get one without paying over $500. I'm just not willing to do it. Like I don't want it that bad. Some people do. They want it that bad, and they're willing to throw their money at it. And whatever. More power to you. But hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My mic. I'm just using the internal mic of the laptop. So let me know if I'm not coming across very clear on sound. I'm trying to talk loud. I kind of have a loud voice. My voice carries pretty well, but just wanted to make sure. Malibu. Actually, you know what? Malibu has come up on the Reddit knife swap all the time, and they're typically priced close to retail, which is, fine. Like you might pay $20 extra, $30 extra over what they sell for. No big deal. Like it's certain brands. I'll answer that question here in a sec. It's not really. I'm trying to keep my train of thought, and I'm looking at this comment section. It's hard to do this, but anyway, guys, that's my rant. I think I'm done talking about it. Again, I'm not pissed at any kind of retailer or manufacturer. What I'm pissed at is that, like that dude that I showed, that as soon as it drops over and people missed out, he's trying to take advantage of people. That is just a douche move. I'm sorry. And I will call anyone out for doing it. I don't care who you are. Like, don't do that crap. It's just not cool. And I'm not saying it's your prerogative if you want to sell your knife for more than you paid for it. 100% your prerogative. There will be someone there will buy it. But you're part of the problem, not the solution. All right, guys. Couple more questions. I'm gonna wrap it up. I gotta get back to work. Audio's good. Sorry if you brought this up before. What is your position on pocket clips? Do you prefer deep carry, and are you okay with regular style spins and not so deep carry? Yes, I like both. I'm not terribly picky on pocket clips, as long as there's not like a ton of the knife sticking out of the pocket. I used to be a deep carry only guy, but you know, like something like this, like that's not deep carry. You know, you're gonna have. Let's just demonstrate on this little hank here. Oh yeah, the Evo 2, I 100% overpaid for that knife, but that one is awesome. So I'm not too sad about it. I mean, that's not deep carry, but that's perfect for me. That's fine. You know what I mean? Whatever. Yes, the Evo 2, a good example. They're selling for a few $100s more than what they are sold for, and it's a high demand knife. And it's going to happen. The Brown knives, Jaeger M, I overpaid for that, but not. I think everyone has a limit, right? Like, and you need to set a limit. You need to set a boundary. Like, hey, I like that knife so much, I'm willing to pay an extra $100 over retail. Great, you know what I mean? Then do that, but don't overpay by twice as much as the knife was for, or double. It's just crazy. It's just nuts to me, and I just wish, you know, maybe I'm ignorant, and people are like, this guy, like, I can sell my knife for what the hell I want. People are gonna buy it, and you're dumb for not doing that. Well, that's fine. That's your prerogative, and that's your conscience, and you got to sleep at night, right? But I'm not a knife seller. I'm not like a dealer, and dealers don't do this. Like, imagine a Blade HQ had the balls to, like, and I'm just using them as an example, to buy knives like from the retailer and then sell them for $200 more than no one would buy for them, right? Would you buy a knife from Blade HQ? This is a question for the chat, for comments later. If they sold the knife, so like, let's say they had the let's just use Vero because we're talking about the Vero Axon. I think that knife sold for $265 or something like that. What if Blade HQ put that on their website for $465? What would you do? Would you buy that knife from Blade HQ? Someone might, but would you want to go back and do business with them again? No, you'd be like, that's bullcrap. You're a retailer. You can't do that. It's not much different than some guys doing it on the secondary market, right? So it's, you know, it's just trying to bring in perspective. Like, you know, the manufacturers, Vero sells his knives for very reasonable prices, and they end up selling for $300 or $400 more. And, you know, it's just crazy. Like, we need to stop paying those extra prices. Like, just wait, be patient, look for a good deal. You might get a bro deal from someone. I'm finding it less common these days, which is sad. You guys shop my knife sales I do on YouTube. Those are all bro deals, man. They're usually like $50 off. And sometimes, you know, maybe not. Like, okay, I sold the Evo Typhoon for $425. I think that's what I paid. No, maybe I sold it for less than that. I paid right around that. I don't think I made, after shipping and stuff, I may have made it a little bit, a tiny bit of cash, like tiny bit, you know. But a lot of guys were selling those knives for way high because they're just high demand, and that's the issue. Is a lot of these guys. Yes, Optimus Crime. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I am salty from the Vero drop, 100% salty about it. But it's not, again, it's not that I'm salty that I'm salty that I missed out on the drop. It's the douchebags that are selling knives on that forum right now for $300 or $100 more than they paid for them. That's what pisses me off. That's what this video is more about. That's one of the biggest problems in this knife community, in my opinion. So anyway, guys, that's going to rant. My rant is over. I'm going to shut down the live stream. I'm sure this video is going to get a lot of controversy, and that's not what I did it. I'm literally just wanting to get off my chest. You know what I mean? Like, it just irked me so much to see that crap. It's not, people miss out on drops. It is what it is. I wish more companies would do what Strider does, do the cart hold thing. That's awesome. I wish more retailers did that, because then if you got it in your cart, you had time to buy it, right? You don't even have time to buy it, man. Like, less than 2 minutes, and I have my credit card info saved, and I can check out and stuff in less than a minute, and I still lost out on stuff, and that's like, wow, crazy, right? But props to Vero and all these companies for having this high of demand on their products. 100% love seeing that they're doing that well, that people are selling out their knives in 2 minutes. 100% props for those guys. Congratulations on making a good product that is selling out that quick. But as a knife community, we need to stop the freaking lucky dude, Durian Lin. Congratulations, dude. Now just don't go turn around and sell it for twice as much. And if you do, then good on you. But, you know, yeah, you're lucky, bro. And I bet you're going to probably use that knife, right? And like it. You know, that's fine. Good for you. If I bought a Synapse Gen 2, if I bought a Synapse Gen 2, I would 100% put it in my pocket and carry it. I 100% would. If I didn't like it, I would sell it. but I wouldn't sell it for $550. Nope, just couldn't do it. So anyway, guys, that's the end of my rant. Appreciate you joining. Thanks for all the watchers. Middle of the day stream. Didn't expect anyone to watch. So thanks a lot for being there. And I will talk to you guys later.